Ola Garin. Well, as the battle to eject IS from Mosul grinds on, across the border in Syria, an alliance of US-backed fighters is advancing on the group's stronghold of Raqqa. The city is the operational headquarters there for IS, from which it has also plotted many deadly attacks on civilians right around the world. But with the group's big strongholds on the verge of falling, attention is now turning to what will happen next for the people living there. With me is Hyde, a Middle East expert at Chatham House. Thanks very much for joining us. Just first of all, on Mosul and Raqqa, how long do we think that they will take to flush out IS, if that is what's going to happen?
Well, in Mosul, according to military leaders there, it's a matter of days before that group is militarily defeated. When it comes to Raqqa, I think it's still difficult to estimate when the group will be militarily defeated there, because the fighting is still focusing on the outskirts of the city, and until they reach the center of the city, it will be difficult to estimate when the fighting will be over. And are the fighters in both cities, being wiped out or just pushed geographically to other locations? Most of what we are seeing so far is focusing on defeating the group militarily, but not much has been done in order to deal with the root causes of the problem that allowed the group basically to emerge in the first place. And as long as we continue to see an absence of root causes, the group will continue to exist, and we risk here that the group might come back even stronger than before, which is exactly what happened in Iraq after the group was defeated there. Why do you say they could come back stronger? In 2008, the group at that point was called the Islamic State in Iraq, was defeated with the help of local communities there, but because the Iraqi government didn't deal with the root causes of the problem, the corruption, the frustration that people had there, the group was able to benefit from what happened in Syria and came stronger back to Iraq. And this is why, if we continue to see the same corruption, the same problems that push people to join the group in the first place, then we most likely might see that the group, if the situation continues to be bad in Syria and in Iraq, then we are risking that. What happens to the civilians who want to go back to those cities? Will they, do you think? Well, that depends on what will happen after the cities are captured. For Syria, it will mainly depend on what the governing model there will be like. Will the new entities or officials will be able to basically gain the trust of local communities and provide protection guarantees so people who were displaced can go back there without the feel that they, without fears of being persecuted. When it comes to most, I think it would be easier for people there to go back to their areas, but the problem will also be who will control this area, and will that be part of a process that allows people to govern themselves or not? Do you think more and more people are still joining IS in both countries? It's difficult to say at this point. Experts say that locals are running away from ISIS. Also, foreign fighters are not able to join ISIS. So far, I think things indicate that ISIS fighters are basically defecting from the group, not mainly joining the group. But this might also change based on what follows the defeat of ISIS militarily in these. So what should happen that isn't happening? First of all, we need to allow locals to participate in governing themselves. We need to create that kind of trust between whoever is running those areas and local communities, and we need to look at ways to reintegrate former ISIS supporters and fighters back into their communities. So far, we are not seeing any of these comprehensive processes taking place, and in the absence of that, I think that the future will continue to be dim. That's rather bleak. Sorry to leave it there. Hyde, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it.